Welcome back to another groundbreaking, soul-shaking, elevating, levitating episode of the Capscornerstore, where we bring the corner store feel everywhere and anywhere. I go by the name of Caps, and today I am joined by
Don the Menace.
Don the Menace. What's going on, my brother? How's everything?
All right, man. How you?
Hey, we maintaining. We just got over the holidays. Took a little hit to the bank account.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
I took a little hit to the bank account. A lot of nieces and nephews, and they grow, and unfortunately the prices don't go down.
Of course.
They just elevate up.
Everything keep going up.
You know what I'm saying? For those of you who don't know, Don the Menace is a very super talented hip hop artist from New York City.
Yes, sir.
Just give the folks a little bit about your background.
I got you. Well, I'm from Spanish Harlem. That's where I started at. That's where I grew up, raised there, born and raised. Started rapping when I was like 12, 13. I say I started writing then, actually.
Okay.
Kept it to myself for like 2-3 years. Then I started like rapping out loud to people and showing them what I could do and stuff. And yeah, since then I've been rapping my ass off.
That is true. You have a bunch of projects. We'll get into where the folks can get that a little later on in the conversation.
Yeah.
So you're from Spanish Harlem.
Facts.
You started writing at the age of 12.
Yeah.
What inspired you to start writing in that type of format?
I won a contest in middle school, poetry contest.
Okay.
It was really just poetry. I was a poet. So
Got you.
Going from that into putting music behind it is pretty easy for me. Plus my uncles, they like musically inclined. So
Okay.
They was always making music around me when I was younger. I guess that's more of an influence. My grandma was always playing music in the house. R&B's playing in my mom's. It was all there. So.
Whose house wasn't playing R&B when they was like cooking and cleaning and doing whatever? Even in the Puerto Rican households, folks, it's the truth.
Right.
I can't,
Spanish households too.
Yeah, both, of course.
Right.
So your uncles are musically inclined. What type of music did they play? And how did that translate to you? Again, like how did that translate to you being comfortable enough to start putting your pen to paper?
Myself? Well, my uncles and my pops is the ones that was like doing the music stuff.
Gotcha.
So honestly, just looking at them doing it all the time, I guess just put it in me. And I was already a poet. I was good at reading, writing, just transitioned into that.
Got you. Who or what inspired you as far as like what you listen to beyond, your family? So like, for example, I tried my hand at making music as well. And I know that like Tupac, Tribe Called Quest, and I would say Guru from Gangstar, they would be like the biggest influences of me, like trying to write poetry, trying to write, trying to write songs. Who were the artists or one artist that, you kind of said like, I want them to be the base of who I am?
The base? Not the base, but like
like the main ingredient. Like I'm gonna, like for example, everybody loves Michael Jordan, right? They say he's the greatest basketball player of all time. His favorite player was his favorite player was David Thompson. David Thompson was an explosive guard back in the days.
Okay.
So basically, he took who David Thompson was, and then he put his wrinkle on it, and then started adding wrinkles. So who would you say were artists that were making music at the time that you would say like, this is the main ingredient that I want to be before I start adding, my flavor to it?
Shit. Off rip, Lil Wayne. I can think about Lil Wayne, Kanye, Biggie storytelling. That's what I liked about him a lot. I did a whole lot of listening to Biggie and Tupac at one time when I first started.
Right.
But I gravitated more towards Biggie. I guess it's a New York thing. So got his storytelling, Lil Wayne's punchlines, Kanye's like flow or like topic of rap, whatever he's doing. I put that all together.
I hear that.
Myself.
I hear that. So when people listen to the music, right, what ingredients do you bring from that foundation? What would you say are the things that are like a person is gonna know you by?
Like if they listen and be like,
Yes.
oh, you listen to, honestly, whoever people have told me, I don't listen to that person. So like, I've heard somebody say that I sound like Onyx. I've never listened to that artist. Or
I'm honest, it's a group. There's 4 guys.
oh look, therefore I don't even know. Big L's another rapper that I've heard that sound like, look like too that I've heard. Lots of other Mobb Deep. There's a lot of people that I don't like. I haven't heavily listened to that people say that I sound like.
Got you.
So it's interesting to me. I'm just like, it's crazy because I don't know how I would have adapted that sound.
Got you.
If I don't listen to them.
I mean, I think influence is a thing that we can't really like magnify, right, or quantify. Like for example, Biggie was around the same time as Mobb Deep.
Yeah.
So that they're kind of like in the same era. Big L was a little before, but they're all kind of, you know, bottled in that time frame.
Yeah.
So I could see why people start
throw those out.
You know, throwing those names out there, because you know the other thing too is like nostalgia, right? Like there's a little piece of you that sounds like that person, or you look like that person. Like I'll give you an example. When Biggie died, a couple of years after his death, an artist named Shine came out.
I remember.
And he had that joint Bad Boys, and he sounded like, they were like, oh, this guy sounds like Biggie Smalls. I mean, maybe the one track, but you know, at the time they were like, you know, oh, this guy. They start doing that.
Yeah, they searching for what they used to like.
They're looking to put you in a certain box. Do you think that your music can be put in a box, or do you think that your creativity is something that you're always one-upping from one project to the next?
I do try to do that. I try to one-up myself. But it can also be put into a box because it's like strictly rap. But sometimes I do veer off to like a pop sound if I'm like in my mixtape vibes, or I had a band before, so
no kidding.
We used to do rock rap type thing, like
Gotcha. Okay.
If you want to say like Gym Class Heroes, if you want to say it like that.
Okay.
But we did that shit. I did that shit. So it's not far-fetched for me to do another genre. I just love rap. It's easy to vocalize what I need to say off of that. You know?
Got you.
Instead of trying to break it down, slow it down for R&B songs. It's a little harder for me. I'm not a singer, you know?
That's a whole different mind frame, I think.
Yeah, it's different.
Writing songs to sing and writing songs to rap.
Right.
So you're a solo artist.
Yeah.
But you have done collaborations before.
Yeah.
What would you say are the highlights of being a solo artist? And what are the highlights of being in a collaborative? And what would you say are the minuses from both? Okay.
Solo artists, honestly, you could do whatever you want, whenever you want, however you want. So like being solo is like, I wouldn't say the way to go, but it's like an easy route to learn, teach yourself. If you know other things, you can teach other people. It's freelancing pretty much.
Right.
Collaborative, you learning to work with other people. Like if you're not a social person, that's gonna be a new world for you. So like I'm an introvert, so me getting along with other people was a hard thing for me. But
gotcha.
In the music world, that's gotten easier because you find other people that are like just as inclined in you or wanting to want the same things as you. They both 50-50 for me, honestly. I generally do like doing things by myself.
Got you.
Because it's just, all right, I can do it whenever I want. I drop this whenever I want. I got to wait for the next person, you know. But collabing with other people too, it's always fun. I like doing new things with other people. The only downfall from that collabing is like y'all fall out or legal issues
stuff on
with
the
music.
table, right?
Yeah, leave shit on the table. Don't say shit. Music, something legal happened behind the scenes, or people just lose inspiration, don't want to do music anymore. Like I've met a lot of people that have been doing music and they just quit. Now they just regular stuff. So that's the only downfall for that. Downfall for being solo is nobody around. you can't collab with nobody helping you. You got no community, no nothing. So I would say that's like for me, like falling from the underground scene is like the downfall of that. If you fall back, that's it. That's not it, but like it's gonna be harder to come back, you know?
When you started making music to now, as far as like the environment of, you know, participation from fans, you know, or people that are checking your music, what would you say is the difference between when you started the process of making music and actually recording and putting your music out there for people to share, to now when you're doing the same process trying to get your music out? Is there any similarities? Is there anything that you could pull that is like very different from when you started to now? Like just elaborate.
The biggest difference that I noticed is the people around you. So like when you starting, you know, all your closest people around you is just like, yeah, you're good, like do whatever. Like as you get bigger or however more known, I guess, that those people fade away and other people start to come in. So it's like the circle switches out, you know? So it feels weird transitioning from when you started to however long you go, and it could be 5 years. Things will change. It could be 1 year, however big you get.
Sure.
Shit changes. That's like the biggest takeaway for me. That's the biggest takeaway.
Because I'll be honest, I know a person, I used to do a podcast before here, Sucker Free. Shout out to Sucker Free, Big Mimi, my man Flacco. Shout out to y'all.
Word.
But I remember even when I was releasing music, at that time I was asking people for 99 cents.
Crazy.
Right? Or a free download.
Before the streams, right?
You could just go on YouTube. Like you could just go on Apple Podcast and like you could just download it for free.
Yeah, right.
And the amount of people that you know that don't, you know,
it's crazy.
Don't share, don't subscribe, don't, you know, I think you start maturing and you start figuring out that you're making that material is not for them anyway.
Yeah. That's exactly what I found out.
It's more for the people that are receptive to what you want to do, you know, that are, you know, invested in, you know, what you're saying, what your message is, you know, how you're translating that, how you're pushing that forward.
Right.
What would you say is the type of style of music that you make? What would you say is your lane, so to say?
I wish there was a name for the genre, because I don't like calling it just rap music, because I'm here to uplift you, like motivate you and make you see the potential within yourself, or just speak the positive into you, you know? I like talking in dualities, looking at the goods and the bads, pros and the cons of things.
Gotcha.
So that's a lot in the stuff that I say. Just making comparisons, opening your eyes to new views, thought process, making statements that just solidifies what's happening or what's going on. I don't know what you would call that. Higher conscious music.
Oh, you're one of those dudes like you like if you want to read a book, he's cool.
But I'm not even that far-fetched either, because like I haven't picked up a book my damn self in a minute. So like, it's like sure it's like higher conscious shit, but it's just like more of a like learn with me and we can teach each other too type of thing, you know?
Got you. Yeah, I think that's unfortunately, that music's not pushed in the forefront. But luckily for the listener, I feel like it's a seeker's market to find the quality, right? And I feel like every genre of music goes through that. I think that the mainstream and just the music in general is gonna take a big hit, because the music industry is learning that the way they're making money isn't gonna work the way it used to. Are you a fan of artists going more of the direct-to-consumer route instead of like settling for like a big what they call the bag from a
streaming services,
from a streaming service or from a record label?
I am for that, honestly. For direct to consumer, I am for that, because it's easier. A lot of people don't like clicking on things. Attention span is fucked up now. So if you can go, oh, yo, here's a link, directly buy it, why not? That's so much easier. And you're getting all the residuals rather than a penny, less than a penny from these streaming platforms. I hate streaming. Streaming world it sucks.
I mean, for the listener, it's cool, but I think when you make music or you make content and you're trying to curate something, for you to just say like, oh well, I'm just gonna listen to it and not have the artist get paid.
Right.
You know, I think that's something that folks.
There's a lot of people like that, because a lot of people that I know don't even stream music, so they don't know what like new music is coming out all the time.
See, I'm a streamer, but then I'll purchase. Like I'm that type of person, right? Like I'll listen to it, and if it's worth the money, I will pay the money.
Yeah, I'll buy it.
You know, like I'll buy the merch. I'm that type of. I've always been that type of fan.
Right.
Because I know making music is a process, and I know that it takes a lot of work. I know that, you know, I think this generation has fallen not just the direct, gimme, but they fall in love with like the finished product, and they don't understand like the steps that it takes to do that.
Right. A lot of people generally don't care. Honestly,
They don't.
That's what sucks. I wish more people did, so we can show like more behind the scenes stuff. So more content for y'all, you know.
Yeah, well, you know, this is why we come on these platforms, you know,
Yeah,
and we try to promote each other, and we try to, you know, bounce back and forth off each other, and you know, hopefully this is the biggest interview we do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's, you know, that's the goal with everybody that comes on here. Take us through a day of you creating a song. What's the steps you do first? Do you write the hooks first? Are you a person that writes the verses first? Are you a person that needs the instrumental first before you write? Like, what is it? What is it? What is your
All right.
what is your the way you tackle it?
If I'm gonna make a song in a day, all right. So for instance, let's say Nile sends me a beat. I'm gonna hear the beat. I probably have a verse already for the beat, honestly, because I write all the time.
Got you.
So if I have a verse for it, I'll just put that verse to that beat. Or if I don't have a verse for it, I'm writing a new verse for it.
Got you.
Whatever I write first usually turns out to be the hook.
Okay.
I don't like think, oh, I'm gonna write the hook first, or I'm gonna write the verse first. I don't usually think that. Just if it sounds catchy as like a hook, I'll break it off from the verse and make it a hook. But if it doesn't sound catchy as a hook, it's gonna be a verse. Starting song verse.
You're gonna be like a fifth line in the verse. You're gonna be the fifth bar.
So then, yeah, I write pretty fast. So the only thing that would stop me from writing is like if I come to a word that I'm trying to use and I don't know the definition of the word, and then I have to look it up, think of different scenarios of the word.
That's a real, that's a real, no, let me stop, let me cut you off for a second.
Yeah.
See, that's a real poet, bro. A person that values vocabulary.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That values vocabulary. But continue, sir.
Yeah.
Continue.
I just want to make sure I'm using it in the right context. I know fucking Yachty was like, he used a word and nobody told him it was the wrong instrument for the song and just left it in there. He's like, oh, that's fine. It's like, I would not do that. Never would I do that. Like, bro, cut the whole song. Like, you gotta re-record it. We're not doing that. Now I'm gonna sound stupid forever. Now he sounds dumb on record forever. But it's whatever. Not me. But yeah, I would make sure I have my definitions right. My similes, my metaphors, my alliterations.
Got you.
Annotations, connotations.
Got you.
Consonants, all that shit. I'm like making sure like it sounds like right. And then after I get all the wording right, I make sure the flowing is right. So
Got you.
I'm taking out words, switching out words, adding words.
Got you.
My trick is to, when I'm writing, when I'm talking, I say I a lot. So when I'm writing, I take that word out. I try to take out the filler words. I, and, but, damn.
Got you.
Fill it with a sound like,
Listen, let me tell you, like one of the biggest things is like when you write something down and you're cutting.
Yeah.
You're cutting out. 'Cause my producer was a gentleman by the name of Barry Goldstein. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Jewish guy from Co-op City.
I was gonna ask if he
who would have thought, right? But he always told me that less is more. Mm-hmm. Right? Like you don't have to put 1,500 words and try to fit them in this 16-bar frame. Like you can cut things out and be more direct.
Right.
You know, like do you find yourself being more of a person that writes way more words than it cuts down, or is this something that's comes naturally? Is that like a natural part of your process?
For me, it depends on the part of the beat. So I'm trying to match up my flow with the beat most of the time. So if I'm trying to cut down on a part, that means the beat's moving faster and I said too many things. I'm trying to keep up with the beat instead of just say what I need to say.
Right.
If I'm adding stuff, that means I'm stuck on a part of the beat and I need to think of more words to say and I don't want to say the same thing.
Got you.
So I'm usually trying not to say the same thing over and over, trying not to use the same rhyme words over and over, like over. I don't want to do that. But sometimes it has to happen because like it wouldn't make sense to use another word that rhymes and it doesn't fit the context of what the rest of the things you're saying.
Got you.
Maybe I'm thinking about it too hard, but I don't see other rappers do that. Like when they're rapping, their choice of words will just switch up from the context of what they're talking about. You know what I'm talking about?
See, that's one of the things that as a listener, they might say like, "Oh, you're an old head. You just stuck in your little." I don't know. I think that there was, and I'm just talking about things that are pushed in the forefront because there's always great artists that are making great music that go under the under the radar. But I think that when the music was just starting to become popular, I think that the artists were making a conscious effort to be that way because the competition was so, it was like, I'll give you an example. In one calendar year, Illmatic and Ready to Die was in the same year. The following year was Mobb Deep and Reasonable Doubt in the same year, if I'm not mistaken. These are monumental albums. Wu-Tang's 36 Chamber came out the same day as Midnight Marauders.
Okay.
These are classic albums, you know, released on the same day. And I think that that's something that, because people want to follow the trend or follow what's popular, I think that as a grand scheme, like the rule has changed. Do you think that that is something that your style of writing and making music is something that you would refrain from? Or, you know, is that something that you would refrain from, where it's more like, you know, like, I'm going to continue to make the music I want to make?
Yeah.
Or do you think that you would be receptive to being like, oh, well, this is the catchy sound and, you know, I'm just going to experiment with what's the catchy sound?
I do like experiment, but not for like a trend or like what's catchy or anything. I would like quick mixtape thing, that's it. For like, I'm not going to dive into that fully and be like, yo, I'm experimenting on this album. It's a different sound. I don't, fuck that. I'm gonna rap how I rap. Like I like how I'm rapping. So most I'll do is find a new flow or use different types of beats.
Gotcha.
But I'm gonna still be rapping, you know.
When you enter a project, do you tend to use instrumentals that keep you in the pocket, or do you tend to say, you know what, like, I'm just gonna challenge myself as a writer to maybe be a little uncomfortable? Because I know you mentioned that you're introverted. Yeah. And you know, there are certain things that get you out of your comfort zone. Yeah. And sometimes it makes you flourish, and sometimes it's like kind of like, you know, I don't want to say shy away, but kind of like keeps you in your
I get what you're saying. But
do you think that when you tackle a project, do you think when you're going through and listening for the instrumentals, do you tend to try to, like, you know, like push yourself and maybe this doesn't sound like what I did on my last project?
Yeah, for sure. Definitely.
But doesn't necessarily take away from my sound.
Yeah, I try to literally just improve on what I did before. Like, if I felt like I did something wrong in a song before, I'm going to do that better in the next song. Or, like, sometimes I'll take one specific flow, like 2 seconds of a flow, and turn that into a whole song on a new song. Now that flow is a whole nother song, is even better than what I did before. So, yeah, a lot of time I'm going back and trying to do better than what I did.
How many projects have you released?
I couldn't even tell you, honestly. 13 albums, maybe, 13, 14 albums, 5 EPs. Yeah.
Out of those projects, which ones would you say showed the most maturity from one project to the next?
Like,
so you made it. So I made an album, and it could be from your first to your second. It could be something that's in the middle of the catalog. Yeah. It could be one album that, you know, got the ball rolling for, you know, the way you approach things. Because I think that as you get older, I think you get more comfortable. Right. You know, with who you are as a writer. Like, your creativity you're a little more secure with that. So is there any, like, album or projects that you did that you would say, like, this was the album that started my maturity as a lyricist?
Oh, for sure. Dawn of a New Era. Acronyms is done. 2017. Right. So that's the first album I was like, yo, I got the voice, I got the sound, got my flow, delivery down pat. Because before that, it was already 3 years since my first project.
Got you.
Since then. So 3 years later, I sound way better. Sound like went to coaching school or whatever. But you can hear the difference, like clearly.
Ran up the rocky steps like that.
Yeah. Literally what it felt like.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up, man. That's cool, man. I always admire people that, you know, are creative in the music field. Whether you're playing the instrument. I mean, I personally think that writing lyrics down is an instrument too.
Yeah.
You know, because it's having the ability to write down what's going on in your brain and having a concise thought. And to be able to put that with music and being able to rhyme, that's also another example. What is your opinion on ghostwriting? Or people who use ghostwriters to make material for themselves? Are you pro that? Are you anti ghostwriting? Do you think that diminishes a person's standing with their peers? Or
I'm a little 50-50. I feel like as a rapper, you shouldn't have a ghostwriter. But if you are a rapper, you should be ghostwriting for other people. And that's just what makes sense to me. Because I feel like I could rap, I could write a bunch of R&B songs, but I can't sing those R&B songs.
For sure.
So why not let me ghostwrite for you R&B rappers or singers? Because a lot of times they don't know what to write, they don't know how to write, they don't know how to put it into words and context. So that's what your rappers are for. That's how I feel like it should work. But as a rapper, you shouldn't have a ghostwriter. You're a writer. What are you doing?
I was watching a friend of mine. She was on a podcast and they asked on this particular pod, they asked the guest who was the greatest rapper alive. And the gentleman said Jay-Z, right?
That's
okay. So that's a person's opinion, right?
Yeah.
So the host of the show said better than Drake.
What, like the comparison there? He has ghostwriters. You can't do that.
That's what
makes Jay-Z better, though.
That clearly, like we're not even talking about the same thing. So I had wrote on that comment thread, I said, comparing Drake to Jay-Z is utter stupidity.
You could compare them saying like who makes a better song, because like Jay-Z got hits, Drake got hits. Right. But songwriter, that's Jay-Z. He don't even write songs. It's all in his head.
Right. So I had 150 people like that comment. Right. I had 2 clowns trying to battle me in the comment section. And for those who don't know, like I have all the time in the world, bro. Like I do nothing all day. I do nothing. Like I get ready for my guests. And that's just one day out of the week. I go to work, I work overnights, I got nothing to do. So when I get out of work, like I can turn this thread into a 300, 400 comment thing if that's what you want to do with your life. You know what I'm saying? So
that's funny.
But it's funny because after that happened, I saw Styles P on a podcast. I think Styles P is one of the most gifted dudes ever.
Yeah, he's nice.
You know, and he said that you could be a rapper. Yeah. But you can never be considered an MC if you have people ghostwriting for you.
That's how I feel.
So you can never be compared to these guys that are doing that.
Right.
You know, so like, are you happy that the beef that happened with Kendrick and Drake is starting to shift the point of view of people more gravitating to the people that are more authentic to the culture, that are more authentic to actually making music that's true to the art form?
For sure. I definitely like that is happening. There's definitely people that just don't care about that. They'll still listen to Bump Drake all day.
For sure.
Which is fine. But like, if the ones that love music and they're like, oh, this guy's dedicated to his craft, come my way. Like,
that's come on, wait, what's the name?
Don the Menace.
There you go, Don the Menace. Listen, you want to throw the shameless plug at any time, man. Throw that shameless plug.
Come my way.
All right. So listen, we got this little thing. We're gonna shift this over a second. We got this little thing called this or that.
Okay.
So I'm gonna give you 2 options. There's no wrong answers.
All right.
But it might not be the right answer for me. So but that's fine.
Strong opinions.
That's are you ready?
Yeah.
We're gonna go hip hop artists and then we're gonna do hip hop producers.
Okay.
All right, you're gonna go this or that. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. You mentioned this person in the beginning. Lil Wayne?
Okay.
Or Eminem?
So Lil Wayne would be this.
Which one you take?
Oh, okay,
Which one you take? Which one you take?
Lil Wayne. I'm sorry. Eminem.
You ain't gotta be sorry, bro. These are your answers. Ain't no wrong answer. Ain't no right answer.
Okay.
Biggie Smalls or Kanye West, artist, rap artist. Cause he ain't a hip hop artist. He got ghostwriters too.
Damn, I'm going with Kanye.
Kanye over Big.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Prodigy or Big L?
I'm going with Prodigy.
Wu-Tang or Tribe Called Quest?
Wu-Tang. I know how you feel about Tribe. I'm sorry.
I told people all the time. I tell people all the time.
I know how you feel.
Tribe Called Quest is my favorite group of all time. But I will say, I feel that Wu-Tang is the greatest ensemble of MCs ever put together in a group.
There's no other group like them.
You know what I'm saying? That's just my opinion. And I love Tribe's my favorite.
Yeah. Tribe's cool. I like Tribe.
The LOX or Outkast?
Sheesh. See, this is how you know I like hardcore rap a little more. So I'm going with lots.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie, my guilty pleasure when we had Yao G's on, Shadows in the Back will tell you, like, I have an affinity for drug dealer rap.
Yo, it's something crazy. Like
how did you never get caught by the police? You was a drug kingpin. You was pushing weight. No one ever caught you.
Yo, nuts.
Nobody ever did it.
Different time, I guess. No cameras. Just crazy.
All right, we got one more comparison. Rockefeller Records or Cash Money Records?
That's a good one. I'm going with Cash Money. I grew up heavy with Cash Money.
Did you?
Heavy Cash Money. Everybody on the team. From like
everybody. To BG, everybody.
To Little Twist, Gutta Gutta. I'm telling you. Pause. I'm talking about Young Money. Pause. I'm talking about Young Money. Not Cash Money. Oh, but Cash Money too, though.
I mean, well, they're affiliated. You know
they're affiliated. Cash Money, Young Money.
Lil Wayne was there. You know.
I was there all through Lil Wayne's.
Okay, now we got to go producing.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Somewhat, yeah.
All right. Dr. Dre or DJ Premier?
Wow.
And you old enough to know both, so this is why I threw that question out there.
I'm going with Premier. Show love to the underground a little more.
Okay. I would have went with Premier too, just so you guys know. Premier is my favorite of all time. If the audience don't know. Kanye West or Ninth Wonder?
He's inspired by Ninth Wonder. Ninth Wonder.
Jay Dilla
Dilla
or Q-Tip?
Dilla.
You going with Dilla?
Yeah, Dilla.
You going with the Donuts tape?
Yeah, Dilla.
You going with that? He said, I don't care who you say. He said, I don't give a damn who you say. We going with Dilla.
Man.
I could have said Jesus. Nope. Dilla.
Yep. Dilla.
I respect that. I'm a huge fan too.
Yeah.
Swiss Beats or Timberland?
That's a good one. That's a good one. It's either she ain't got no money in the bank or cry me a river. That's a good one. Swiss Beats or Timberland? Timberland. Swiss Beats got hits, but Timberland, he got classics.
We'll go with Timberland. We'll go a little more recent impact. Alchemist or Hit Boy?
Oof. I'm going with Hit Boy. I rap to more of his beats than Alchemist.
Okay. I really feel like there's no wrong answer there.
They both fire.
Yeah, like but I like both of their versatility, to be honest. We were talking before the camera when we were eating before the shoot, and I don't know. I think the both of them have a way of having a sound for themselves but then working with a certain individual and then bringing the best out of them with their, with the way their creative process is. I remember Hit Boy had an album called the Chauncey Hollis Project. If you guys have never listened to that, like, it's incredible. He actually rhymed. That was like the first time like he rhymed on a whole album. He had it was like 12 songs. Yeah. And I remember listening to that album, and you could ask Drew's brother Dave. I said, Nas should work with this dude, because I heard Nas rhyming on all those instrumentals on that album.
Anyone did.
Like I could picture it happening.
Yeah.
I said, if those two guys ever got together, and I think it was like 6 months after I heard that album, he was talking about that they were doing a project together. Fire. And I thought those King's Diseases were like amazing. That was the one, yeah. Were amazing pieces of work.
That's the one time I liked Nas.
Oh, during the King's Disease run? I mean, my opinion, Nas is the greatest MC ever. That's my opinion. And if you don't agree, you could argue with your mom, but I'm not. We got one more. We got one more comparison. We're going Havoc or Pete Rock.
That's a little biased, but Pete Rock. Just only because I listen to him more.
I got you. No, I got you. Yeah. Hey, no answer. No answer is the wrong answer. All right. So just before we go, we ask everybody this question. This is mandatory before you leave the corner store.
Oh, man.
You have a dinner reservation at a restaurant. 5 people, you are sitting with the 5 people. So you're picking 4 people to sit with you at a dinner. Dead or alive, who are you picking to have dinner, to have a meal with you?
5 people's a lot.
No, 4 people and yourself.
Oh, myself.
That's your 5. That's your 5 party.
That's still a lot of people. 4 people I'll have a dinner with.
So I really feel this question really gives you a good,
Damn.
Good point of view of who you are as a person.
I never thought of that. Who would I have dinner with?
This is why you come to the corner store. You know what I'm saying? That's why you come to the corner store.
All right.
Dead or alive?
Mac Miller is one.
Oh, that was so good. I love it.
I was going to say he better than Eminem earlier.
Personally, I like his music way better.
Who else I would have dinner with? Goddamn. I honestly don't like people like that.
That's why. See, that's the introvert answer. We need it. Yeah. We need all spectrums answering the question.
I would not have dinner with a lot of people because they probably eat funny or like I don't know.
Not gonna keep you entertained though.
Yeah, I feel
for sure. I just think his conversations, like, it's so sad, like watching him like before he passed away. Mm-hmm. Right, like you could tell like his level of maturity started catching up with him. Yeah, like in all aspects before he he left us. At the time that he did.
I need Barack at the table. I need to see what's going on with these warheads that he was shooting. Obama.
Okay. Asking the tough questions. Asking the tough questions. Hey.
Oh, Mr. President. Damn, that's 2 right there. Yep. I got 2 more.
Yep.
DMX was one of them.
Okay. I bumped into DMX twice.
Yeah?
One of the coolest guys ever.
Wow.
One of the coolest guys. Sometimes you bump into these people and you feel like you don't want them to let you down, so you like never want to bump into them. The coolest guy. I bumped into him in 2 different convenience stores. Wow. And he was like the nicest dude. For sure.
I wish I would have met him. Last person is fuck is his name? I can't remember his name right now. Neo from the Matrix.
Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
So we got Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
We got DMX.
Yeah.
We got Barack Obama. And we got Mac Miller.
It's an interesting table.
That is a very interesting table.
Yo, that's crazy.
Now, I'll give you a sidebar. Mm-hmm. What would you want to take from that conversation that you have with those 4 guys?
Oh, shit.
If you could take one jewel, if you imagine the conversation you're having with them, what would be the one jewel that you'd want to take away from that?
Oh, shit. I would think they would all tell me just be myself. That's what I feel like. Be yourself. Be true to what you know. Keep preaching what you're preaching.
Right. That's what's up. Yeah, I hear that.
They seem like the type to say that.
That's what's up. Don,
Yeah.
please.
Thanks.
Look into the camera. Thank you for coming over and being a part of the Corner Store for 2026. You're the first guest
First
of
guest.
the year. You know what I'm saying? With the new setup. So, give these guys your social media. Tell them where they can find your music.
Find me everywhere on everything at Don Da Menace. The Da is D-A. D-O-N-D-A Menace. All together. No space.
You heard it here, folks. Like, share, subscribe, comment, email us at capscornerstore@gmail.com. Follow us on IG and TikTok at Capscornerstore. Follow Don the Menace.
That's me.
Download the man's music.
Yes.
Give it a listen. You will not be disappointed. Trust me.
Yes.
And on that one, we out. Stop making stupid people famous. Peace, y'all.
Later.
Thank you, sir.
Of course.
Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and comment. Hope you enjoy, and see you at the Corner Store. Peace.